to share a couple of snacks that I'll be having today. Well, already this morning I made an omelet with half a cup of egg whites. I put up some black beans in there, some mixed vegetables, like peppers and onions. And then I used my vegan cheese, it's called Go Veggie, American. And then I used another cup, half a cup of egg whites with 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, a tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, some stevia, and I put some strawberries on top. I made those were my pancakes, and I used some Walden Farm blueberry pancake syrup. That was my breakfast. For my snack, I made a homemade protein bar using half of a scoop of protein powder, a tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. I put some flaxseed. I put 1 egg white. I put and I put some walnuts and coconut in it. I mixed it up and baked it. That was my bar, and that was a snack for me. And for my lunch, I already pre-made some chicken. I have some romaine, some spinach, and then I also have this. I love it. This is some good salad dressing. It's called Maple Grove Farm, and it's fat-free honey Dijon. Delicious. So I'm going to have this with some salad. I'm going to have some craisins by Ocean Spray on my salad with either some almonds or some walnuts on that salad. That's going to be my lunch. And what I do, I have my walnuts that I put on my salad. I just crunch some of those up. And also, I forgot to mention, I also use this if I'm trying to cut calories, and I love the taste of peanut butter, but I don't want the calories because 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is 190 calories. Well, you have PB2, powdered peanut butter, and 2 tablespoons of this is only 45 calories. I did put this in my homemade protein bar, and you just put a little water in it, mix it, and it has a consistency of peanut butter. Now, depending on how thick you want it will determine how much water you put in that. So I did use this. I love PB2. And I mentioned Walden Farm pancake syrup. 0 calories. Of course, because it's 0 calories, it doesn't state that it uses stevia, xylitol, aspartame, so it probably has some chemicals in it. Nevertheless, it doesn't hurt, if you're not overdosing on it. I did use some of this. I love Walden Farm products. Their barbecue sauces, I try them, don't like them. But I do like some of their salad dressings, and their chocolate syrup tastes good. But I use this today. It is Walden Farm blueberry syrup, and it says that it is 0 calories. It has 95 milligrams of sodium, and it is delicious. Now, I used to be able to get this from Kroger, but recently Kroger had all of these things on manager special, so I think they will discontinue it. So I did get this at it's sort of like a Whole Foods, but it's a local. I'm not sure if they have it in other states, but it's called Westbourne Market. But I believe that Trader Joe's also have Walden Farm products. So I use this with my pancakes this morning. So that was my breakfast. I have a salad. I have a salad for lunch. I made my homemade protein bar in between. I haven't had lunch yet, but I had my pancake and omelet, my homemade protein bar. But never fret, my lovelies. I understand that everyone doesn't have the time to make homemade protein bars. Not that you don't have the time, but everyone doesn't want to do that, right? You have children, or you just don't want to do it. I love Special K bars. 170 calories. There are other bars that I love, like Atkins has some delicious bars that taste like you're eating a sinful 400 calorie bar. But I got these, they were on sale. I usually put these in my husband's lunch, but these are my go-to if I can't get to this is a meal replacement bar. They do have snack bars that have relatively less calories, but I brought these out to say that I did make a homemade bar, but sometimes if you don't want to be that person that's cooking and blah, 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 grab you a meal replacement bar and go for it. Now, after my salad, I'm going to have a nectarine. And on my nectarine, I'm going to put about half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of organic virgin coconut oil. When you open this stuff, and this is always, all the muscles I got, it's still hard for me to open this. Oh my God, you actually literally want to drink this, like you know, that would be good. You would probably have a lot of digestive problems if you drink a whole can of this. Even though it helps with digestion, don't do it. Even though it's tempting to just, nevertheless, sidetrack. I'm going to use a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of this with my nectarine. And I'm also going to use some organic honey. This is from Trader Joe's also. It's organic raw. And what I'm going to use, because you have to be careful with this. This is simple sugar, but it's natural. Just like the fruit, natural. It's better than using any kind of Sweet Low, Splenda, or Equal, because they're chemicals. This is natural. So I'm not going to use a lot, but I'm going to use some to give it that yummy taste. But I might just slice this up and warm it up and use some of these things with it. Okay. Then, for dinner, I am going to make a simple stir fry. What I'm going to use is some chicken I prepped out, the same chicken I'm using for my salad. It's just simple. Cook a whole wad of chicken and you can just use it for your salad, stir fries, or sandwiches or whatever. And what I'm going to use that with is quinoa. Yummy. It's a way to get your rice fix without using a grain. It's a seed, but it looks like a grain. You can use this when you're making homemade protein bars. You could use it in substitute for oatmeal in the morning if you put a little sweetener in there. And you can use this in substitution for rice. They even have quinoa flour. But let's get back to the subject. For dinner, this only takes like 15 minutes to make. And you make it just like you would make rice with water. And you just simply boil it for 10 or 15 minutes. It's organic, wheat-free, gluten-free quinoa. So I'm going to use some of this with some green peppers, red peppers, some onions, some mushroom, and some chicken. And also, I'm going to use this. I love this stuff. It has some salt in it. I do use sea salt, but I also like this stuff. It is stir-fry seasoning, and it's made by Sunbird. No MSG added. It is delicious. It gives you that original Chinese food taste. Literally. You put a teaspoon of this in it, and no one can tell you you're not standing at that place where you're piling on that Chinese food. This gives you that original, authentic, that's the word I'm looking for, Chinese taste. So I'm going to use this with my quinoa, my mixed vegetables, and my chicken. Sometimes I use shrimp, but today I'm using the chicken that I made. Make it easy for me. Okay, then for my last meal, and I know everyone says, don't eat fruit at night. But, okay. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I love dessert. What better than if I want apple pie to have me an apple? If I warm it up, that would be good, right? So what I usually do is I cut an apple up Red Delicious apple. That's what I do. And I'm going to show you what I do. A Red Delicious apple. Slice it up. I do use my food scale because I do like to log. I chop it up, take the seeds out and all that, and whatever I'm using, whatever I'm eating, I do put it on the scale because I have different calorie count, right? I warm it up either in the oven or the microwave, whatever I feel like. If I don't feel like waiting, I throw it in the microwave. And I will use a little coconut oil if I decide to, and even a little honey. And then on top of that bad boy, what I'll use is some, I got a little tie on here, so some flaxseed meal by Bob Mills. And I use this. It tastes almost like you have a little crust on there. I just put a tablespoon or a couple of tablespoons on top of my warm apple that has a little honey. Just a little teeny bit, like a half a tablespoon of honey. And put some of this on there. And you can either put it back in the oven. And you can either use almond butter, a little, like a half a tablespoon of almond butter. But today I'm going to use warm apple, flaxseed, a little honey. And on the side, I'm going to pour me a tall glass of silk pure almond, unsweetened, just 1 8-ounce cup. And it's going to be like I have my apple pie and milk. That's going to be my dessert. Now, remember when I was talking about that go-to thing where you just like, I need some more food? I already have that planned. I have a plan. I have my Greek yogurt. Now, this is Kroger Greek Light Strawberry. I do use the plain that doesn't have the sweeteners. I do use that sometime. And what I'll do is I will get some blueberries, a half a cup. Now, after dinner, before my last dessert, which is my apple, if I still feel like, you know what, or after lunch when I have my low-carb meal, not after dinner. Usually when I have my quinoa and my vegetables, I'm straight until dessert. But if after I have my low-carb meal and I'm still needing that feeling, you know, because we can't always resist that feeling. I'm not going to, I shall resist. I am a demigod. I shall resist. I am a winner. I'm going to say, you know what, until I get strong enough to do that without shaking and having a withdrawal. Sometimes you have to have withdrawals, though. Sometimes you have to. But if I can have little impact, still give in a little bit, I will have my Greek yogurt after lunch, before dinner, with a little berries, and that will satisfy me. And also, if you look at my hot chocolate video, which I use a half a cup of unsweetened almond milk, 3 packets of stevia or some drops, a tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder by Hershey's. I love Hershey's. And some hot boiling water. I can even have that. That's only 30 calories. But the point is that I just wanted to share with you what I ate today. The point is, have a plan. Don't wake up like, I'm going to do good. You don't have any food made. And you're hungry and you're starving. So now it's like, I'm going to do good. And you see McDonald's. No, I'm going to do good, and I have my paper bag, like Mommy used to make, full of fruits and vegetables on my way to work. I have my meal replacement bars, my salads, my fruit, and I'm all set for the day. So when they present the donuts at the meeting, I can pull out my Special K bar. I can pull out my peach, my apple. I have the goodies that will give me the lean body that everyone will envy. Not that I like envy, because I don't. I like love, but that's another video. Have a plan, people. On your off day, prep out your chicken, prep out your beef, prep out your fish, prep out your rice. Cut your vegetables up. Have a plan. Take 2 hours, but the 2 hours can save you so much on the waist and in your pockets, because that fast food, contrary to popular belief that eating healthy costs more, that's a lie. It does not. You can go at the dollar menu all day long, but you're still going to spend more money out of your pocket, because that's just how it is. That fast food is so expensive. $5 here for breakfast, $5 for lunch, $5 for dinner. And then you're at the vending machine, and then you're at your gas stations. You done spent $30 in one day, which $30 in healthy food can last you 3 days, 3 or 4 days. So be prepared. Be smart. Don't let society trick you into believing things that are not true. Be logical. Don't want to hear what feels good because it allows you to not change. Do your research. Be prepared. Love yourself. Change your life one habit at a time. I love you. Bye.